All right, thanks so much, Mel. And the Raps were one of 4 teams, and I say were one of 4 teams in the NBA who had not had to cancel a game because of the pandemic, and that came to an end yesterday. The Toronto Raptors had to postpone their game on Sunday night versus Chicago Bulls because they didn't have the league minimum 8 players with Pascal Siakam, Nick Nurse, and 5 coaches from the roster in the league's health safety protocols related to COVID-19. So we found out that because of contact tracing, they wouldn't have enough players. This was all announced Friday and then into yesterday. And Lindsay Dunn from City News, she's a sports reporter. Lindsay, you were doing a story on the Raptors 905 who were playing at the bubble, but that all changed with this news coming out. Good morning.
Good morning. That's right. A lot of people now are going to be shifting their attention to the 905, not even knowing that they've been playing their season, because the Raptors are one of the few NBA teams that kept their G League team this season. Now, the G League are actually in the same bubble scenario that the Raptors were in last season in Disney World in Orlando, not too far from where the Raptors are in Tampa. So we're going to introduce you to one of the players who potentially could get called up by the Raptors, who's working towards getting back to the NBA, and that is NBA Hall of Famer Gary Payton's son, Gary Payton II. He's been working on his shot selection in the 905 in a very condensed season, and he's actually made some minutes in NBA games leading up to this and has played against the Raptors before. But he says he's working on a skill right now that he believes will add to the Raptors if and when they give him the call up.
You know, help teammates be a leader. I think that's what I've been working on mostly down here, is being a leader. We've had adversity. We're going to have adversity throughout this wild, crazy, month season. So just try to talk to my young guys, talk to my vets too, and just try to be a leader for them on and off the court.
And he's, again, the Hall of Fame Gary Payton's son. So there's the pedigree right there. And we have seen him in the league, and he's looking good so far. Did I see in that clip Jarrett Jack as well?
Oh, yeah, he is amazing, and he's in this clip. There's so many people in the G League right now, and the 905 play today. So people watch that on Sportsnet, where you're going to see a lot of great basketball. And, of course, you have the Raptors rookie Flynn playing there, but their season is so condensed, Devo, that Gary Payton II was only drafted by the Raptors on January 11th. Less than a month later, he's in Orlando meeting his teammates for the first time. They only had a couple of days to kind of get that team chemistry, and their head coach this year is first-time head coach Patrick Mutombo, who, of course, was an assistant coach with the Raptors. He, of course, under Nick Nurse's realm, and he's got a great history. But if anybody kind of knows the backstory of Mutombo, he is also a phenomenal painter. So besides playing Call of Duty with the players, Mutombo actually had a player building exercise where they had to paint. Gary lets us know about that experience.
We had a team building project early before the season, right before the season started, with a painting board. We had a canvas, and he told everybody to make their mark. So we do have a bonding with the painting, and that's what he likes to do. So we did get to paint with him.
That's awesome. I wonder who the best painter is on the team. Did he say that?
He said it was definitely not him, although his mom is a painter, but he said it did not go well with him. He also isn't taking part in the fishing that they're doing there, which we saw the Raptors take part in last year in the bubble. Now, the 905 are 6 of 7 wins in their last games. They're on a roll. It's some great basketball, but Gary actually was nursing a bit of a hand sprain the other day. So if you've seen Waterboy, you know Adam Sandler's character, Bobby Boucher. This is one thing you can appreciate about Gary Payton II is his personality. Because he wasn't able to play, he put on that jersey and he went out after halftime and rocked it, tried to encourage his players, and this is why he said he did it.
It's one of the classic, one of my favorite sports movies. There's nobody like Bobby Boucher. And, I thought about it at halftime. You guys remember when Bobby Boucher showed up at halftime and the Mud Dogs won the Bourbon Bowl? It's just crazy. But, unfortunately, I couldn't pull a Bobby at halftime.
And he's got the personality. His dad talked the entire game through, his entire career. His dad would not stop talking. So I can see where he might get that from.
Yeah, not only the nickname of the glove, but also the mouthpiece. Gary, a little bit more, subdue in that, but some phenomenal basketball happening in the 9 to 5. Of course, we're all going to watch that situation because we don't know if the Raptors are going to have to postpone these games or if they're going to make some call-ups to the 9:05.
That's it. And of course, people can get more information and watch the rest of that tonight on City News. And the Raptors would play the Pistons tomorrow. That's their next game in Tampa. So just a quick drive from Orlando. So possibly we'll see what happens there.
Absolutely. We'll see. It's all up in the air to see what's happening with this COVID tracing. But of course, we wish them all the best. But like you and I, we're going to keep everyone up to date. Fingers crossed that we'll see some Raptors basketball this week.
We got to get into entertainment, but later on we're doing a question of the day where the NBA All-Star Game, I want to get your quick answer on this. Yay or nay, should it happen?
Heck no. This is extremely irresponsible for them to do. If one player gets it, you're then knocking out 24 of your best players and all of this. It's just extremely irresponsible.
Appreciate that answer, and I agree with that one. Hondo. Thanks, Lindsay.
Yeah.